Brawler gives us a different kind of chaos when you dive into your first wave on Brotato. There's still lots of hordes coming towards you, but instead of bullets flying and explosions all over with green coins scattering, you can actually snap up materials as soon as they drop because you are up close and personal with these enemy aliens. So this situation comes with a whole new set of bonuses and drawbacks with the Brawler character. But to start out, let's take a look at how you can strategically upgrade this particular Brotato to handle anything that these enemies throw at you. First off, know that your ranged capabilities are going to be non-existent. This is because you're going to start with a big flat penalty of minus 50 range damage and minus 50 range. So these are point deductions that are on both of these stats. That basically means that any guns you pick up will just hit like wet noodles. They're not going to have any heft to them. They're not going to have any damage to speak of because these penalties are so heavy. But fortunately, you do get a massive 50% increase in attack speed, specifically for unarmed weapons. And you also get a free 15% dodge bonus as well. So these come with the character, and because you're throwing hands so incredibly fast, don't sleep on global stats like lifesteal or HP regeneration, because more punches means more chances to heal back instantly. So that healing capacity, lifesteal, and HP regen is very important. So to make the most of his talents, you want to stick strictly to unarmed weapons with the Brawler. This includes the fist, hand, brass knuckles, claws, the flaming brass knuckles, and the power fist. While the fists pack a punch, a big tip from the Reddit community in particular is to grab a few hands early on. So the hands give you a boost to your harvesting stat, which jumpstarts your economy so you can afford heftier upgrades. Once you get plenty of coin, you can pivot and go into full fists for raw power, and also later on in the process mix in the flaming brass knuckles so you can also lean on burning damage. So the elemental damage of the flaming brass knuckles means you can spread fire to your enemies, and that also helps with damage to these hordes that are oncoming. Or you can also stack up on claws is another path you can take. And you'll want to cash in on items like the claw tree and sunglasses to maximize your critical hit rate with that. So you could basically say that with the weapons that you choose, there are 3 big paths that you can pick for winning with the Brawler. And based on the items that you pick, this can go one of 3 ways. If you want to go for the attack speed angle, which for the most part is the fist and hands, you'll want to grab the boxing glove item right near the start, eventually get the little muscly dude, and the goat skull as well. So keep an eye out for the saltwater and the scarf as well as you continue. These will keep your melee damage and attack speed up so that you won't get trampled by the hordes, and you'll also be able to inflict plenty of damage. For the elemental damage path, that means you want to focus on the flaming brass knuckles once you have access to them. So these are a higher tier item, so you'll have to lean on the fists from the start. But if you get one or more of the flaming brass knuckles, if you're able to upgrade them as quickly as possible, then you'll want to also get the scared sausage item, the snake, mastery, and charcoal as soon as possible. Then if you're in a good position and the shop is smiling upon you, you can also get the fried rice and gnome, which will really give you a boost. And then you have the crit chance path, which mainly involves getting the claws and upgrading them as much as possible. And then you have these items that you can also cash in on as well. The claw tree, which stats really synergize with the claw weapons. And you will also want to get insanity, sunglasses, mastery, and the little muscly dude. And as you go along, if you can cash in on the alloy as well, that's another great item to use when you're on that path. And as a last tip, make sure you pay special attention to your HP regeneration That's a big deal because when you're in close quarters, these enemies will start to wail on you. You'll need to heal quickly in order to continue fighting back, and you want to buy heftier weapons, but also stay quick to the draw, so to speak. Be able to punch fast and stay nimble with those fists. So, in a way, you could say the HP regeneration is like your safety net, where if you're still struggling to get the right weapons for that path you've chosen, then this really comes into play and helps you heal when you're in a tough spot. So look out for the med kit item as well. It's a good one to have on hand. The Brawler has some truly cool features, but you need to lean into these punching skills in order to win. Harvesting usually isn't a problem. You want to have plenty of harvesting stats early on so you can upgrade quickly. But if you pick your weapons wisely and then synergize these with the right items, then it is very possible and even easy to come out on top. So let me know what you think in the comments. Give me suggestions, builds, and I'm eager to hear from you all. Until next time, peace.